mean, everybody likes the little Indiana Jones, but still.
We thought that we'd bring on Leonis. Actually, I totally want to create a hawk around us. It's been a little while. Aro, we only have one class who uses guns. You guys have two. Seems like you're at an advantage.
Only if you get into a gunfight.
Okay, so
now that you guys can hear us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we start over?
No.
Well, in case you weren't able to hear, I'm CM Maridah.
And I'm CM Maridah, and we have Leonis with us today.
That's right.
Over here.
We'll just keep doing that bit over and over again until, it's repetition. Cumulative repetition. So, yeah, why don't we jump right into it and show off Rose. Is there... I love that shirt, by the way.
Yay, Extra Life. Yeah, you guys had those custom for that.
Yeah, it was nice making that. The donations were great, and I'm glad to have passed out as many as we did.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun to do the Extra Life streams. So this is your personal character then?
Yeah. Well, this is on our Pegasus test server. But yeah, that's that's your me.
That's your avatar. That is your.
It's so lifelike.
I mean, you have that wig all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, his hair does look like that. Yeah.
It's hard work to keep that color.
Yeah. Constant touch-ups.
Move this down.
And the big beard. Yeah, also accurate. Yeah.
I just have to make sure I keep sticking my head in that rainbow sherbet.
Okay, so since Leonis is going to take the reins and he's a little camera shy, going to temporarily disable the camera.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Alright, you get to see my fabulousness.
Are you going to be...
You just jump chairs.
Yeah, here, you know what? Take this chair, we got a big mic here, they should be able to hear us.
Take this
we're
chair.
Just going to stand behind you, breathing heavily.
Alright, well... Excellent, it crashed. Well,
fantastic. Okay,
like I mentioned, it is our test server, so...
Hold on. Before you pull anything up...
That's right,
That should have worked.
So yeah, that's the thing is like we have our Saccharine server on Aro, and so yeah, these things can totally be a little bit unstable, but it's pretty cool to be able to see things that are works in progress. So
this is very much a work in progress.
But yeah, I was looking at a little bit of this earlier when you're kind of flying through the maps and stuff like that, and yeah, it's really cool to see that process. So what's it like making your own maps?
It's fun when you come down to it and you think about like what you're creating. You're creating, a new section of the world for all the players to enjoy, and I know everyone's been really wanting to see some new content. So it's been fun. It's been difficult because we really wanted to try and put a lot of new features to work. Is this working now?
Yeah.
Let's hope I don't crash again.
Well, it's that fro. It can't handle it.
Well, plus, the biggest thing is like trying to get these things to work.
We do often have trouble with the streaming computer. It doesn't behave.
I just did this on the other computer and it was working perfectly fine.
Our streaming computer is kind of a jerk.
That's right. You know what? I'm excited just talking about the dev process. So,
do you want to show the costumes?
Sure, we can show off the costumes.
Yeah.
I can explain a little bit about the dungeon. It's the second floor to the Sukuku Ruins underground. Sorry, not the Sukuku Ruins. The
we actually had some images for that.
No. We were going to show off the map, so I didn't send up any images. We actually have the costume that we're going to be putting up on the Lucky Spin for February, which is like our Pop Idol costume. That's this one if you wanted to show it off. We have 3 different color schemes for it.
I think if you just drag it over to the other side. For a show?
Nope. It shows if it happens to be in that. I can add that pretty easily.
Really quick clips. We'll have to replay it and...
That's cool. It's kind of a real modern sort of image. Oops.
So if you arrow through, there's different colors.
Oh, I like that hat. Yeah, I sure wish we could make our own hats. That would be nice.
It is one of the nicer things that we have being an in-house development team is we get to create, you know, some of the nicer costumes and stuff based off of our community's likes and votes or whatever we might have. We've had a lot of suggestions. This was one of the suggested costumes from one of our community members. I don't know who it was at the moment, but we've basically compiled a short list of what people like to submit, saying, what about this kind of costume, if it's like from an anime or some type of culture, style, or something. So we have a short list that we keep trying to put out costumes for month to month. They're a bit of work, so we usually get one, maybe 2 costumes every month, new.
One or two
you get
months.
that many?
You are spoiled, man.
Gee whiz.
Yeah.
RO, we're lucky to get like a handful per year. Goodness
Well, we just
gracious.
got good news in RO2 that we're getting new ones every month. So, and I got to see them, and I really wish I could share all of them because some of them are amazing.
It's always fun to see new costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that one anecdote of the rose costume that one of the designers looked at, and
Which one?
remember
I don't know,
our.
we have so many.
He was like, "Can you make it a little sexier?"
Oh.
And just everybody on the team was like,
You remember this is a E for everyone game,
E for
right?
everyone game. Like, oh boy, that was.
Not E for exciting.
Etchy. No, anyway, so, yeah, you know what, so let's see.
Can I rotate over one of the different colors they're asking for? So there's the...
Yeah.
It's kind of pink, it's kind of red. I'm not sure, depending on your color calibration on the monitor.
It's kind of like a light red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a... Yeah.
Hot pink.
I like that, you know, it's
pink.
a perfect outfit for, especially when it's kind of cool outside. You know, you've got kind of a nice hat right here, keep you warm on top, and then you kind of got shorts down below, so you kind of split the difference. It's like, I want to be warm, but not too much. You know, I got a tie, but, you know, it's casual.
Yeah.
I like that.
I got a movement file for like a dance animation a while back from one of our our community players, and we're gonna see if we can put it in with this costume. But it's the what's his name? Size Gangnam Style.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, that's fun.
it should be kind of fun to watch everyone dress up at this and dancing about.
Are the costumes the same for male and female? Basically, that you'll both look like Psy, or?
Well, not like Psy, but I mean, the male and female costumes right here. If you're male, it'll be the male image. If you're female, it'll be that. Rose has the unique system where you can change your gender if you just feel like it. So there's a coupon you can purchase for that, and it'll switch, and then the costume will automatically switch based on your gender.
Oh,
as well.
awesome!
So it'll always be appropriate in that manner. I think we have only one costume that actually will stay as a dress if you're male or female, which we had some question about that, but it's still kind of funny to look at. But it's a lot of fun for us to do things like that. I wish I knew why it was not
It's
working.
most likely the streaming computer. It's done this with other games.
Like the streaming computer, there's a problem where like it doesn't like to play well with RO2.
Yeah,
Like,
it
RO1
crashes
kinda-
RO2 as well. It's
that's
crazy.
a shame.
Yeah.
like RO1 will run on a microwave, so it's usually not.
It runs on my calculator.
Your T5i.
Exactly. Whoops. But since we can't get onto that right now, I thought I'd create a character. Is there any difference in like systems between Draconis and Leonis server? Leonis?
Between Draconis and Leonis, they're the same server. It's just the communities that inhabit them. Leonis was our original server, so it's the oldest and it has some of the I'll say some of the more interesting legacy items like that have been grandfathered in over time. which you'll see they'll have like a prefix of saying they're old or ancient, depending on what version they're from. But Leonis is the older community because they've been with us longest. Draconis is newer. So there's a little bit of a different economy. They're starting to kind of balance out slightly for certain things. We've talked about actually doing a server merge, and we are going to do it. It's just we're having some logistic issues that we're trying to work out. And
merged in servers is always like it's the toughest thing you can do in an MMO, pretty much.
So
I love this hair you guys have. Look at that.
Yeah.
3 dimensions? Wow. Gosh.
Welcome to the new age, my friend. Welcome to the new
So
age.
fancy, you know.
The rest of us are like, yep, Oda, we have 3D.
But yeah, check out. There's a lot of different faces that you can choose from. A lot of hairstyles, and you do have the freedom of changing your hair color along with it.
I like that they're named.
Yeah.
Dirty blonde, orchid, lavender, purple, steel blue. Look at that. Blue steel. You're just like Zoolander.
Oh yeah.
Oh, neat.
I like that you
can
have an
actually
old
be
age
like
face.
different. Look at that. That guy's confident. Man, you guys have a ton more faces than when I last played Rose, like in
We've added quite a bit over the years.
2007?
Is that the last time you played?
Oh man.
Yeah, we've definitely added some more since then.
DBZ.
Like,
looking
I
face right
remember
there.
We had the Dragon Ball face.
That's great.
There you go.
You can see that my power levels must be much higher.
I think we actually do have a style of hair that was fitted for the Dragon Ball Z.
So it covers the
look.
right amount of forehead?
Yeah. I don't know if it's if it's a standard hair that you can choose, but I know it's at least we definitely have one.
See, like some of these faces I do remember from the old
If
days.
that's an original one. That's an original one. I don't think that one is. No. I think everything past 8 or 9 are new.
I like the built-in smiling on there. R01, you can't really get too
totally
close
what
to
I'm
the
going.
face.
Nice.
Ooh, I like that.
So we've tried adding a lot of ability for the players to customize how they look.
Yeah, you have a lot of variety in just the
Good
shades.
variety of hair. Also, actual black hair.
Yeah.
That was hard to get.
R01, for whatever reason, we just don't have...
It's actually, believe it or not, black is a really difficult color to pull off because it's,
The shading?
Yeah. How do you highlight it? How do you shade it? How do you get it to look black without bleeding into
Some other color.
other
Yeah.
colors? So it's the hardest one to do. That and white, because white ends up just bleeding out everywhere too. So
Oh.
can't have spaces.
Oh! Yeah, RO, there's pretty much... Well, there probably should have been.
I'd be surprised if that's not taken.
It's taken.
So yeah, just letters and numbers, no explanation or symbols.
There we go.
Oh, I got these wings. What's up with that?
Just is our starting equipment. You get your visitor look, and those wings will give you a little bit of a movement speed boost to help with mobility.
So, visitor, that's kind of like a novice then.
In comparison to our R01, and yeah.
We're not visible on the screen. So
Oh.
Gotta figure out how to do that.
Oh, it got stuck on the loading screen.
Oh, streaming computer, why must you be so tsundere?
There we go.
There, alright.
Yeah, sometimes
like
the
us.
feed will kind of freeze up a little bit. This is not the old starting area, is it?
No, it's kind of what we've turned the starting area into. About 2, maybe 3 years ago, we did a revamp of the starting map. Made it a little bit more compressed, a lot more streamlined.
Oh, look at that zoom.
When you
That is some pretty far
That's some good zoom
distance.
there.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you really just want to feel like you're...
I'm not sure you have all the graphics turned up either. This is pretty.
Huh. I don't know if we want to on this computer.
It shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, it's.
Is it escape?
I think we'll bring it. Video. Oh no, it is. Oh, that's okay. No.
Wow. Look at these fancy guys with their anti-aliasing.
That's why it looks all nice
Wow.
and smooth. So you are at the max rate.
The quality of the stream may be turned down a little bit,
Okay.
just so that we get a good frame rate.
That's probably what I'm looking at then.
But okay, let's see. We got normal attack, dual scratch. Are these visitor-only skills? Or?
These are your starting skill. Like dual scratch is a very basic attack, so just to help add with your combat, just in the beginning. It doesn't scale up like any of your class skills do, so it's only kind of good to help you out in the beginning.
Oh, I know these guys.
Oh, the beginning jelly beans.
Is this a killable guy?
Oh yeah. You can use your hotkeys.
Oh, there we go. I was trying to use the number keys.
And then you got another player kind
Kill
of
stealing.
coming in and ruining your fun. But yeah, we did streamline the beginning
These
area
guys,
so that
I remember them being a little bigger.
there are bigger ones. There's the Jelly Bean King. If you want to go play with him, he'll probably hate you very hard.
I love the little animations falling off of things. So let's see. The pickup was F4.
You already picked it up.
I think I already picked it up.
But we actually have a event going on right now. We have double drops, 50% more experience, and for the higher level players, free Game Arena energy, so they can join in any of the game arenas, either in the PvP competitions, like Crystal Defenders or Draconis Peaks, Akram Arena, or any of the dungeon runs.
Oh, cool.
Which is, like I said, we're working on a new dungeon. It's kind of a shame we can't show that off.
Well, if not this week, maybe next week we can figure out how to.
It'll be
this-
more complete by next week,
All
I'm
right.
sure.
Yeah.
We were gonna show off a really rough run of it. It was gonna have like no lighting or anything. It was gonna be very bright and not scary looking for a dungeon.
Well, next week then we'll try and get this computer in shape
All right, sounds good.
because we need to figure out what's wrong with this thing because we haven't been able to do RO2 stuff because it's been like nope, super no.
We may have to just. It could be just at the.
Wipe it.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Yeah, it could
Gotta do
be that
something.
the drivers are bad on this computer, or it could be that the video card is just kind of like not up to snuff. But yeah, this looks good. This reminds me a lot of our starter zone in Islud. This is the same place where you started
Yeah.
off as a novice. You're starting off on this really cool boat.
yeah, you start off with the boat with the guy that's like a moose general guy. He's got like a moose head and he's like in an admiral's jacket. I was like, well, this is a good introduction to this game. It's very strange. I like it.
Look at all this room for dialogue. It's not just like a little box. Oh boy.
Welcome to 2008.
We've crossed over into the 21st century.
Yeah.
Look at all this inventory stuff. Very cool. So you guys have costume gear. You have that's
Yeah.
kind of like your main inventory, your avatar gear.
So, yeah, so you have the tab for your equipment that you want to use for combat, and if you don't have a costume on, it'll show what that looks like. If you want to change your appearance, you just go to the costume tab and you start putting it on there. You won't be able to wear that. You are too low level.
Got people who have got
Really
some
like that
pretty
outfit.
cool little
Those wings are nice.
outfits on. Oh, I love that hat the guy has.
Penguin backpack.
That did not translate to. Yeah, it was just me trying to like. Does this control the WASD?
No, we don't have WASD movement yet. It is something we want to work on.
Ooh.
We've been slowly trying to bring Rose, as old as Rose is, we're slowly trying to bring it more into the current gameplay.
Ooh, I'm booking now. Holy smokes. Literally, look at that. He's got smoke behind him. Well, so when you're starting out, I guess that big exclamation point is probably what I should be going towards.
Yeah, that was the starting area, the starting NPC. Just ignored her completely. Said, I want to beat up on jelly beans.
Yeah. Well, look at him. They're so smug.
Oh, that's nice. You can just pick stuff up automatically like that. You don't have to directly click on it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, right up there. She'll be your starting NPC. She'll tell you what to do.
I kind of remember Also, my health is pretty rough right now.
That's because you got buffed.
Oh.
Someone came by and gave you some pretty high level buffs.
So that changes like what your max HP is?
Yeah, we have buffs that'll increase like your HP, MP, attack power, pretty much every stat that you can see on your character menu. If you want to hit Alt-C, you can bring that up.
Oh, Peppermint Dream, it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Peppermint Dream. I had my birthday just this last Tuesday. Is that Aquarius still, or is it Pisces?
Hopefully they haven't left yet.
Who had it? Your birthday?
Peppermint Dream. Yeah, let me see if I can turn down the... Oh yeah, this... Let's see if that works. Hopefully that will downsample. I had a pretty high resolution, so that might be why it's lagging a little bit. So I apologize. The YouTube archive is usually a heck of a lot smoother. We usually have it up by about 5, 6 o'clock. Okay, so this is the... Let me see, the village chief.
Did you read what you're supposed to do?
I don't read, man.
That's why he's playing it, because I really don't read.
Gray.
Well, if you don't want to read, there is a visual indicator. You see there's a question mark over or the NPC that has a completion for you.
Good.
Oh, look at this game where suddenly they have exclamation points so you can tell if you have a quest to turn in. That's, well, you know, some people like that. I don't know.
Man, Oda just went full hipster.
You should have to go to a wiki. You have to have a GM read your coordinates. Like, did you go through the sign quest on RO?
Once. I only did it once, and I don't ever want to do it again.
As a GM, we had so many emails or tickets in of players who...
I remember.
It's a quest in RO, if you guys haven't heard of it, where at a certain point you get a quest that, depending on what time of the day you pick up the quest, you have to come back at a very certain time. The game will never remind you of what that time is.
Oh no!
So we would have to
tell you,
or tell you even.
It just
because
you just need to know.
It was pretty much one of the first quests that was ever put in RO.
That had that time feature in it.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it was one of the first quests that wasn't just like... that had, like, objectives. It wasn't just, like, a kill quest or turn in...
Yeah, no, I remember it was, like, the first one I was like, what do you mean come back? I can't just click on you and keep going? I actually have to wait? Yeah, I remember. That actually was back when I think I was still doing GM work for RO.
Yeah, that was a quest where a lot of people were having problems with. Well, you know, that's the thing is like...
It's not a bad thing.
No, I'm happy for it. Just thinking about it, that was such a long time ago.
I think I started at...
That is very cute.
Whoa, cool mount.
One of our mounts.
The cart thing.
That's a little different from our carts. We have carts and we have mounts. They're totally separate. Mounts are just for mobility and traveling, while carts you can actually equip pieces on and gear them out for combat.
Okay.
Whoa.
We're going to be looking to expand on that system hopefully this year. But yeah, we want to make a big thing out of it because it's been a great draw for Rose, and it's something very unique for Rose.
So what are you thinking of expanding with it? Either more attacks with it, or maybe make it like a vending thing?
One of the older things that we had was we...
Whoa, what's this?
Oh, it's one of the other mounts.
Man, that's a creative mount. That's awesome.
That mount's modeled after one of our bosses on the planet Luna.
Heat.
Yeah.
It's like Doc Ock, but with Kanye West shades.
We were calling it our swag chair.
Swag chair. I like that.
Oh
Just-
my god, you guys look at all this stuff. The animations are very cute on there, and you can see my character, he's pleased as punch.
Yep.
As for black and
I love it.
Zerny likes your hat.
Yeah, you know, it was a...
He came in as Indiana Jones today.
Yeah, it was a gift from a friend.
That's why the official.
Oh, I probably cannot pick that up because I did
It's got
not
like the
kill that
logo on
monster.
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actual...
So, what did you guys hear about the whole like recasting of Indiana Jones and the talk about it being
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt, yeah.
I think that would be fine. Like,
I think he would
Yeah.
actually do pretty good.
No, actually, I'm not against it either.
I don't actually have a problem with like
should've-
Shia LaBeouf was fine in
Yeah,
Thor.
I wouldn't
He
have
was
wanted
not
to-
the worst part of that movie.
No, but I
which
wouldn't have wanted him to
is saying
replace
something.
Indy.
He was
Like,
young Indy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was playing Mutt, the son that he didn't know about,
yeah.
Oh.
and it was actually like I think he actually did work for the time period. You know, kind of like the 1950s Greaser. That was fun.
Yeah, I just wouldn't have wanted him as Indy.
Was that the
So
Crystal Skull?
yeah, that was Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
That one,
Yeah,
yeah.
true was.
No, that movie
I felt
doesn't-
bad.
That movie doesn't exist to me.
That's probably the best way to look at it. Like
Yeah.
the 50s stuff they did, like the brawl in the malt shop. Like I thought that was actually kind of fun.
They lost me as soon as the
It-
refrigerator thing happened. I was like, all right, I'm pretty much whatever you do from this point out in this movie,
Five ripe
it can't get
bananas.
worse.
Oh,
So you get a little
that's
reminder
nice.
that you get stats when you level and how to distribute them.
And if you haven't been
Wow.
distributing them,
Again, that's pretty nice. You know, if you're into that sort of thing, I guess. Now, going for a hawker,
we should make this like
what
a
kind of
thing.
stats should I boost?
Hawker's primary stat is dexterity, and then depending on which weapon you pick up,
Wow, 64. That's a heck of a
someone give you a
a
buff.
heck of a buff there. Wow. Okay, that's all.
But we should
Maybe I
make
shouldn't
it
have just done that.
a thing with Oda having like these hipster comments about all of our other games. Like, oh, that feature would be nice, I guess, for some people who like hand holding.
You know,
Is there a
like
sit
that
command?
gaming kind of thing. Yep. Now you're sitting in your own dust cloud.
Yeah, there we go. I'm like Pigpen here. This is great. But I'm being informed that I should get onto RO. Apparently there's some doings a transpiring.
There's some doings. What? You might have to define doings.
Are these doings we want to be doings with? That was a sentence, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What
So
what is going on? And
So Inabashiri is saying, I'm here, Oda, for your party surprise on RO.
20 battlements.
I'm worried.
This is like a this is like a mud. Like look around, check inventory.
You're
I miss the days where we used to spawn monsters on people. You still do that?
Yeah, I was doing
Go in
that
town
just
and-
this last week.
Spawn marine spheres everywhere just to watch everyone die?
You know what? I actually have an even better monster than marine spheres.
Oh, there's better monsters now?
It's called bomb pouring, and it seems to have a much larger.
Blast radius? I like how Rose is just kicking it in the background.
all right. So we know that there's a party going on.
Well, you know, we like to party. You know, we like to party. So it says I should go to Komodo.
In my head, I almost started saying, I like to move it, move it.
That can
You're welcome
that
to do
can
that.
work as well. So let me open up a window for RO here. Oops, not the.
I'm so glad it hasn't crashed.
Did we add yet to that sentence?
Yeah, yet.
You know, this
We're running
computer
two
may
games right now.
this computer may not look like much, but it's got it where it counts. It's a wrong Harrison Ford character.
Yeah. Welcome to the live stream.
So
this is like every live stream. I want to do more.
Yes, this is exactly what it's like every week. You are welcome back.
actually, there's this does kind of look like the starter area for Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Not saying that you guys stole it or anything like that. You know, hey, you know.
Now I'm just getting ideas too.
But you know, you have the docks, kind of the thatch roof houses. I like that, and like.
Do you have a boat?
In this town, I think there might be like little small boats.
There
but
is a boat like the
big
one
boats.
that you start on,
We do have a casino.
but it's in a different town.
There's this Macho Man Randy Savage with octopus legs. This is kind of a gender swap
What?
Ursula statue right here. It's pretty cool. You have to use your body language. But yeah, let's head out onto land. But yeah, the totem poles kind of reminded me of.
It's actually a fair amount of beach-themed stuff.
So here's some bots.
Colorado.
We'll ban them later. Yeah. Just keep sitting
Do
standing.
they still like all immediately log off the moment they detect you, or I guess not? Huh?
No, they're kind of too lazy for that. They'll just walk off the moment that they are.
So you have quest indicators. Either that or just a person
They do.
shouting quest. Quest. It'd be great if they started getting annoyed with you by not responding to the fact that they have something for you. It started getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah, you
just
can
lit on
you
fire.
can see that this character here is wearing one of our new headgears for the Year of the Ram
Nice.
quest.
Well,
Oh, they just
someone-
disappeared.
Little shy.
Thanks.
That's cool.
Gonna feature you, but now gonna immortalize you, and now you're gone. So, are those kitty cat ears wiggling?
Yeah.
Oh, see that's
They have so many cute things.
Yeah,
something
these are
we're
the,
yet to do yet. We want to get animations on our headgear and
That's usually
various
tough.
equipment.
That's.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was pretty. This is just kind of like. This was sort of like taken from one of our NPCs, I'm sure, and just sort of modified. But yeah, you can see this. This. Oh God!
He's mad, and he went angry. That,
See, it's like.
What was-
Oh, he took it off.
what?
Oh.
Now
Is
he's
it the same hat or
now
just
he's
different
smoking.
angles?
We're not quite sure.
Yeah, there's just one really terrifying angle.
So you can get me from my good side or
Yeah.
my bad side.
Basically. We were discussing that in one of the meetings. We're like, just from one
Like,
angle, it's
did
terrifying.
the hero just forget,
to do
or
that one angle, but
or what? So yeah, Komodo. It's a real beautiful town.
I think your zoom goes out farther than ours.
I don't know. I think it's pretty comparable.
Not standard. So we do have boats. You know, you've got a little gondola, little gondolas here.
That's nice.
So I guess they came from Aldebaran then. But yeah, I've always liked Komodo. It's kind of that twilight, nighttime sort of city. It's basically the most tiki map except for July.
I would never get to go to July.
Oh, actually, you will be able to.
Well,
tomorrow
you
too.
could, but you just have to die before you could get out of the bar.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. There was that.
It's Hotel
Quest.
California.
Yeah. That was a lot of drinking.
But you could. We are going to get July in RO2, so you'll be able to go there
Okay.
even without. It looks like without having to be married in game. So we're still trying to figure out what development's going to do about weddings for that release, but
Well,
we'll see.
yeah, that's actually something we are kind of missing from Rose. We do not have a marriage system.
We don't either currently, so. But it is something that
It's
would be
kinda-
fun to have.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for us to do a marriage system when you can change your gender all the time. It brings a lot of controversy, but I don't see a problem with it myself.
Listen, if you
I mean,
if
it's
you have a car,
2015. You
yeah,
know?
if you have a car, you can do a same gender marriage. You know, it's
I like that
futuristic.
car brand.
Oh man, that's a cool car, and I think they can see it on stream too.
Yep.
I really like the finish on there, where it kind of has the like 1950s like speckled paint.
I think that's the Twilight frame.
You know, I have always wanted to get a Castle Gear.
Good luck. They're tough.
Yeah, I kind of assume so.
You can make the Castle Gear parts, but you still have to go through the process.
It's
of
pretty much you
learning
have to have
how
like a
pilot it,
yeah.
which is a fun quest.
Do you guys have airships? Because I remember it was like airships, Castle Gears.
No, the airships are just there for transportation between planets. We haven't gotten to the point.
Well,
of
I don't think it's
giving
like
personalized
flyable.
ones.
Yeah. If you guys had a mount as like a mini airship.
We are trying to make one.
Oh, that'd be
I
cool.
don't know where you'd
we're trying to
sit
make-
on it though.
I want to make a surfboard mount.
Oh.
So every time when you dismount, you just stand there with it like you're holding it.
Yeah, it'd
and
be
then
like
when you want to move,
you'd be like
throw
Treasure
it on the floor
Planet.
and
Do you have a
waves.
magic carpet?
Not yet. We're trying to get all those types of mounts worked out because the animations for like hovering and everything are a little bit odd for the
Okay.
idea of hitting ground triggers.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have triggers that are like they detect your
Fortunately, not an
physical
Iblis
location.
trigger.
They need you to actually touch the floor in order for it to work, but we have updated that system. We've made it so that you don't have to touch the floor anymore, but
The floor is
we still
reverse
have
lava.
To, we still have to update everything.
So they're throwing you a party.
Yeah, you know.
I think these means you're number 10 or you're 10 for 10.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with that. We've got
Are those super glowing people because they're 99 and third class?
ooh, yellow herbs.
Hey, free stuff. Is it? Aren't you
So-
the ones supposed to give out stuff? And we're just giving stuff to you?
Well, we have community people in our community who run events like this, and so oh yeah, look at that.
That's a lot of stuff.
I cannot get the item. There we go.
Died there.
Something that evidently was full of oranges and yellow herbs.
Wow.
Probably some kind of salad monster.
You guys can't see it, but he's face palming right now. Like,
The biggest face palm I've ever seen. Wait, don't I have greed?
I'm just gonna like talk about your expressions in reaction to Oda. So yeah, they're throwing you a party? Are you gonna?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some monsters spawned in just a moment. Alright, what am I missing?
Or you're getting greedy.
Always.
It's his birthday. Treat yourself.
So yeah, I think they're just gathering up a few more people, but
Well, I already had my ice cream, so
yeah. So how was Dairy Queen? I don't think I've gone in about
it's Foster's.
15 years. Oh, Foster's
Foster's?
Freeze?
Okay.
Then never. I don't think I've actually been to a Foster's.
They're good.
Oh, okay. There's
Oh,
some
wow.
stuff going on here.
All right.
Oh, okay. They're dropping tons of neat stuff.
Feathers and fins. What?
So I think the birthday surprise was to show it's a new thing that we've been working on with our volunteer dev team of kind of cool monster spawning things. So you're not just manually having to do it one by one like we did in the past. So yeah, you can see there's a ton of stuff on this map.
Oh, there's a request for Senpai to notice. Oh, Senpai did not notice you. I'm sorry.
Here, that'll beat up some of this stuff.
Nope, dead.
Sarah Haas says, why won't it load? Are you having a problem being able to see our channel. Let's make sure that we're still even broadcasting right now.
We are still broadcasting for that.
It's kosher. Yeah, you might want to hit refresh if you're not able to see us.
Sometimes on Fridays, Twitch gets a little twitchy. Yes.
There we go.
I don't know.
Whoops! A lot of red there. Yeah. So it seems like we're still broadcasting.
There is a delay.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be a delay. But, yeah, this is, got some monsters being spawned here. Maybe one more.
So many numbers.
Oh, God.
Your screen just went red.
You know, that's probably not a good thing.
Always a good sign.
Something is being very punished. I'm assuming dead now.
Yeah, please make sure to revive everybody.
There's a lot of people with the Bafo, like, horns on right now, so...
Yeah, you know, we've got a lot of people who are supporters of Pagan. People against goodness and niceness as seen in...
It's so horrific!
As seen in Dragnet the movie, you know. We have to do the goat dance.
I wonder if someone could just stand at that angle so that we can zoom in on it. Oh! Fantastic.
Something hates.
You've got red on you.
We just happened to be watching an episode of Arrow from this.
Arrow?
Yeah. That's what show?
The arrow.
Green Arrow?
Green Arrow.
Yeah, it's just called Arrow. I guess for
Yeah, it's Arrow Flynn. Yeah. Man, I still remember when they had the original Flash TV show. And then Lois and Clark. I hear it's good. And they had a dude who was doing the reference. He's like, oh, I've got my machine on my chest. And it's like, we all know what you're making reference to.
Batman. Yeah. Different universe.
You know, there's too many people here.
We're gonna have to kill you all.
Oh my gosh.
So when these things go...
Much rejoicing.
Well, that is beautiful.
Wow, that is better than the Marine Spheres.
Yeah, a little bit.
He just decimated that map.
Well, if 10% of them are gone, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, I will accept your friend request. Friends list is full. That's
sorry, I can't be a friend.
It's like...
Well, you know, thank you for being a friend. You know, you travel back and then you come around again.
Back in time.
Man.
Then I just start playing the Golden Girls theme.
Oh, I was going to do a Back to the Future.
Thank you for being a friend.
You know, this might be the only kind of environment where you have a birthday party where you kill all of the people who participate.
And they love it.
Yeah, exactly.
And they came there for that reason.
Yeah. I came here to be massacred.
Yeah.
I want to be dead now.
Happy birthday!
So, hey, please make sure to res all the people who are on the ground.
So that he can kill you guys again.
Happy birthday, kill me.
Well, so I guess my question to you is, if there was a new Indiana Jones movie, what time period do you think it should take place in?
Well, if they're rebooting it, I don't see why they can't just...
So you're saying it should take place in the world of Reboot?
Yes.
Mainframe with dot matrix and
absolutely.
megabyte.
Yeah. Yes.
Enzo.
I'm gonna see how many other characters you list off.
Incoming game. Hexadecimal.
Wow.
What were the robots' names?
You'd remember more than I do, honestly.
More references to
I have a photographic memory for dumb stuff. So good for me, I guess. I just remember that they had like the show was sort of like semi-canceled, and then it came back and it was really dark. Like oh well, you know, the main character he left, and then it was just everybody else. Just things went real bad.
Should have canceled us.
But I mean, for its time, it was pretty neat.
I remember
having,
loving
like,
that show,
CG.
but it.
Well, it was like the first video game related.
Did like the entrance of hell just open up over there?
Yeah.
What's with all the fires?
You know, a little bit. You're gonna get that.
The hell mouth just opened from over.
When you have that many, you know, horned beings collecting in one area,
Whoops.
You know,
it usually does form a gate to hell. So
That's a good point. Did you just die?
I can die. You know, it happens.
let a man die,
Jeez.
or a lady, I guess, because he's.
Also, have this sharp hat as well. She's kind of
I'm gonna say that healing was OP.
a little bit. I may have GM gear on.
Or something.
But yeah, look at that. These are a lot of. These are. It's King Cray. It's one of our Islu dungeon. We got kind of like an expansion to the Islu dungeon where, you know, for VIPs they can get access to these monsters. Yeah, they get a little more XP, but they look cool.
They look dead.
May I please have a res? Well, now they're just steamed.
There's have one really big like clam bake over here. Let's just bring all the seafood into the hell pile and let the fires of hell cook it. My birthday.
Devilish.
You know, it's just kind of like Lucifer-style clam chowder. I don't know. A lot of
This is the
Tabasco.
darkest birthday party.
You have not been to any Chuck E. Cheese. So that's, you know,
Those animatronics
yeah,
from the
Oh god, they're
70s.
terrifying.
Five Nights at Freddy's is less scary
Yeah,
than
than Chuck
the
E.
original.
Cheese. That's the reason why I'm afraid of animatronics to this day. I can't look up on the upper levels of Disneyland when you go into the stores and they have those moving animatronics. I'm like,
Oh.
I
Yeah,
love
in
Chuck
the
E. Cheese.
Emporium. Yeah.
If you go on Winnie the Pooh,
oh
the Winnie the
no.
Pooh ride, as you're leaving, if you actually look back and look up through one of the exitways, you can see the original moose, deer, and buffalo head.
Oh yeah,
They
from
still have
the
them mounted.
Country Bear
They
Jamboree.
still have them mounted for display, though you don't really get to see it. But it's
I
nice
try
see
to
it.
avoid anything.
The
that
way
has
you're
any
sleeping all the
animatronics.
time, you must be half bear. Well, I'm only half moose as it is.
Yes. Photographic
Big
memory
memory.
for the dumbest stuff.
I have a very good audio memory for whatever reason. Yeah, we're talking a little bit earlier this week in the office about the dinosaur ride.
Oh,
at,
yeah.
Knott's Berry Farm. And,
That's not
I-
bad anymore, is it? I thought that got
it
taken out.
got taken out in 2010.
Yeah.
Although it feels like it was way earlier than that.
I did not get to encounter that.
But
That's,
it's,
that thing
I did not grow up in California, so.
scared me as a child.
it's a cool atmospheric ride. Like,
It was,
Um,
up until that T-Rex came out and tried to bite your head off.
And then you were like, I'm done.
It
I'm
screamed
done.
at you, yeah, it screamed at you pretty good. I think they have a similar ride like that in the Magic Kingdom in Florida.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know they have like a couple dinosaur rides.
It's Animal Kingdom.
Is this going to be bringing back some trauma for Leo over here?
I'm trying to remember which is the one that was. I think it was a full ride.
He just
through.
wants to see me cry.
If you played 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the ride video on here on YouTube, I will cry. That is terrifying. You know the old submersible ride they had where like it took you down underwater? Yeah, I've only ever experienced it through video and it was terrifying to me. It's like some horror film.
So
Especially because
basically,
you've got like the old shaky cam of someone's like home video and you're just like, no, no, don't go.
Those are the best home videos where there's no stability, everything is just in constant motion.
You get motion sickness watching it.
let me add that as a second. Dinosaurs.
Oh,
Whoops. Okay. Yeah.
That is epic.
Okay. No, here we go. Here we go.
Do that again. Can we just have like they're playing 8 times in a row?
Yeah. Okay. So basically,
I set aside the time for this today.
Yeah.
so basically, the ride starts out, and hopefully it's not too loud. Have you been to Las Vegas?
No, actually, I have not gone there yet.
It was kind of the original theme park in this area. And so they added a ride. It's kind of like, it's a traditional dark ride where you're sort of in a little car and it's sort of driving you around these different areas. But the premise is you're starting off in, the whole area was the roaring 20s.
Okay.
So you start off in the 1920s. Yeah, okay. Hopefully that looks okay.
Oh, it's that animatronic is talking to you? Nope, super no.
But
I would be done right out there.
he had a very distinctive voice. Like, what are you doing in my time machine? You're going back 60 million years! And they had kind of the lightning electric effect. I love that voice. It's more like, it was one of the first voices I think I learned how to imitate. Like, I just learned how to, I rode that ride so many times, I was able to perfectly mimic it. Well, it's a little bit the mayor from Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls! But yeah, it's pretty cool. You start off in kind of like caveman times. Like, it was sort of under the guise of being like an educational ride. It was educational. And, but yeah, basically you're kind of like starting to go further and further back in time. Like, you can just hear the howling of wolves through this entire area. Pretty creepy, and it's kind of cool in there, or cold in there, because they just have, well, you got to keep the animatronics cold. I just want to make sure.
Video in video right now. Awesome. That's actually kind of terrifying. Yeah, it was. This is where it becomes a horror film.
Can't tell if that's a face or
It's gonna be like a Rorschach. The Rorschach test, where you just, the video is so degraded, you're trying to make out what it is. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cover up your face.
That's yeah, it's not working.
My co-host YouTube.
co-host.
I think when I pop this up, it should properly.
I think it does show. Oh.
But yeah, it's kind of dark in here. But it's super atmospheric ride. It takes place mostly in the dark, and so you're kind of passing by all these like little dinosaurs, and I think the main thing is like.
Stegosaurus!
Yeah, I mean the animatronics were not particularly advanced. Like honestly, the ones they have at Disneyland and at the end of the train, like those are pretty much like a little higher quality than these. Made decades later. But it was still a really cool ride for the time. And like,
There he is.
yeah, when you're a kid, like,
Does he bite at you?
he opens his mouth a little bit. The Allosaurus, I seem to recall, seemed like more of a threat. Like this was pre-Jurassic Park, I think. Like, well, otherwise they would have had like Velociraptors over there, which are kind of like the go-to scary.
Yeah, and they're always like too scaled up.
But yeah, basically you kind of pass by the dinosaurs, and eventually you start coming back in time. you know, you
They're
kind of
all
see the
dead.
bones.
All of your friends, you just me.
Yeah, and then like right into the present. It's like, yeah, you just slam right into the present, and it's just, well, that was it. But it was such a cool ride, and we went downstairs, boom, video arcade.
I do remember that part. That part was awesome.
That was awesome.
We are in
Hey, it's still not going to be the most random thing that's ever been on Twitch. That's for sure. Yeah.
Oh, someone else can't see the video either.
Aww.
What's going on? We're just making this for ourselves now.
Yep. It'll be on YouTube later.
Yeah, don't worry if the stream is kind of going a little funny. I'll play around with the settings next week. It may be set to be kind of...
It's kind of funny. It's sort of quick. Or me kicking the table again. Sorry.
It's Mola Ram. He's come here to take our hearts.
What?
For Kali.
Kalima?
I think that's what he's referencing.
Oh no! Listen to your heart!
Alright.
I now realize I was wrong to try and have expectations coming into this live stream.
Well, you know,
But
No pressure.
this is so much better.
part of the show is, you know, like talking about our games and stuff, but it's also an opportunity to kind of share cool stuff. Dumb videos from the 90s that somebody put onto YouTube, that sort of thing. Just
I mean,
like
honestly, that's what most people do with the internet anyways. So, let's be
Absolutely.
real.
I'm just live streaming the internet.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like...
Well, you're a part of it.
It's all about content aggregation. You know, we're basically the BuzzFeed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I want to see that quote somewhere.
It's alright, you know, everybody's asleep right now. We don't even remember it.
10 million views later.
We wish, man. Oh, man. Well, that's one heck of a birthday party that you had there. So,
A lot of celebrating.
yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
so
fire and brimstone.
next week, if maybe we'll do some fooling around with the settings beforehand. See if we can show up more of that dungeon.
Yeah, because we'd really like to have that on here.
I'll make sure we can get that one.
Yeah, we'll talk to tech and see if we can get this whole computer situation worked out, because it's temperamental for enough games at this point. It needs somebody to have a stern talking so that it will start behaving. Yes.
Boots of head. Boots of head.
Streaming computer, if you don't start working, we're gonna...
But yeah, thank you so much for kind of introducing us to the cool stuff that you've got going on in Rose.
He's gonna get into playing with Rose now.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, you know what?
We'll definitely have to revisit this and play it on the stream.
It's got a solid feel to it. When do you actually change your class?
Level 10. If you follow along the quest line that you're introduced when you start, by the time you
Oh boy, okay.
We better close out on that right now.
no. That's still an issue?
Yeah, Kara was supposed to change that, but that is not necessarily the case. Look at that! This looks like the end of Solitaire or something like that. On that note, I'd like to thank you guys.
Done.
I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching our stream this week. This will be up on YouTube if you guys weren't able to watch in person. But yeah, from CM Maridah.
And I'm CM Maridah.
And Leonis.
I'd like to thank you so much for watching the stream, and see you guys next week.
See you guys.
More murder.